Still working?
Yes, I blame the parents.
British Gas serve up a surprise. Spread your payments with direct debit. It makes bills easier to swallow.
At Colovision, this 14-inch portable TV is absolutely free when you buy this Decacolour TV and video for only £629. At Colovision now.
Another brandy?
Eric, you shouldn't complain. It's very good for business.
Ah, that's why you're giving her so much personal attention.
No. I just happen to think she's crying out for someone to talk to.
Yeah, well, if she made herself just a little bit more amenable, maybe somebody would.
Maybe it's you who should make yourself a little bit more amenable.
Yes, madam. How can I be of assistance to you?
Like a dry white wine, please. Do I have to pay extra for the charm?
Certainly not, madam. All part of the service.
Goodness. What have I done to deserve this?
Well, apparently I'm not being amenable enough with the clientele, so I'm trying to mend my ways.
I see. Well, you're doing a wonderful job of it.
Do you think so? Oh, well, word of approval to the management wouldn't go amiss.
Is listening to customers' tales of woe all part of the job?
Apparently.
Well, if you really want to be the perfect barman, how would you like a little practice?
What's brought this on? Oh, poison pen letters.
Well, that was the start of it. Then I tried to make a list of all the possible people who might be sending them, and that's when I got really depressed.
Well, didn't that make you feel better to sort of narrow it down a bit?
Narrow it down? Eric, the list was enormous.
Oh.
You see my problem?
Yeah.
I've rubbed everybody in Glendarroch up the wrong way at one point or another. Anybody could be sending those letters.
Except the friendly barman.
Thanks. I suppose that's some consolation.
Don't mention it. All part of the job.
You know, I really am enjoying my stay here. It's a very comfortable hotel.
Oh, I'm glad you think so. I think it's important if you're travelling on your own to feel that you can have company if you want it.
I'm quite used to being by myself. Anyway, sitting in a bar like this, you get to see other people's little dramas. It can be quite entertaining.
Yes, that is certainly true.
For example, there seems to be one going on over there at the moment.
Yes, well, I suppose I'd better get back to work. If there's anything else you want...
Yes, thank you. I'll let you know.
You know, I'm really glad I decided to come here for lunch.
Oh, no, don't speak too soon. I mean, you haven't eaten yet. There wasn't anybody on your list working in our kitchens, was there?
I hadn't thought of that.
Eric, I think we could do with another crate of mixers up from the cellar.
Oh, but you can't take him away now. I think I'm going to need him soon.
Really?
To taste my lunch for me.
I'm sorry, Joe. Private joke.
So I see.
Well, I'll go and get those mixers. Excuse me.
Good idea.
Absolute gem of a barman. I hope you reward him well for his services. I know I would.
Come on. I'm just off to have a cab.
All right.
I'm just going to take a look around the shops.
It's 4 o'clock by the time you get there.
So?
Time for the school getting out, I suppose.
School?
Oh, down secondary. You know where Trish goes. Or have you forgotten who Trish is?
Of course I know who Trish is.
God, and she's a nice girl.
She's all right.
Away and get your bus.
See you later.
It must be very difficult for you and your husband running this hotel. It's such long hours.
Oh, well, you get used to it.
It's really more a lifestyle than a job, isn't it?
Oh, yes, I suppose it is, actually.
And would children fit into that lifestyle?
Oh, I hope so.
You do really want children?
Very much.
My sister has 4. All grown up now, of course, with children of their own, quite a clan.
So you're a great-aunt?
Oh, many times over. But it's not the same as being a grandmother. I hope you do have children. It can make all the difference to a couple being a mother and father. Especially as they get older.
Eddie was up all night, you know.
Oh, really? Conscience bothering him?
Conscience? No. He was nervous.
Nervous?
Oh, about his staff meeting. He's very keen to do well in this job, you know. It means such a lot to him. And Susan, too, of course.
He surely doesn't think he's going to get back with her.
They haven't fallen out, have they? Oh, no wonder Eddie was upset. Never mind, I'm sure it won't be long before they make up.
Oh, I doubt it. Pretty serious. Susan has got herself involved with somebody else.
Oh, I find that hard to believe. I mean, Eddie and Susan made such a lovely couple. Oh, how could someone come between them like that? Oh, dear, I find that most distressing.
Hi, Isabel.
Oh, hello.
Is Susan about?
Oh, she was in earlier before she took the boys to the beach.
Oh, yeah, of course, I forgot. I think I'm getting possessive already. See ya.
Now, just remember, Mrs. Woods, you didn't hear it from me.
Sam, is Fiona around?
I don't know.
Are you all right?
Does it matter?
Hey, come on.
Look, Greg, if you're looking for your wife, hadn't you better find her?
That can wait if you've got a problem.
Really?
Let's grab a coffee.
Looks like your fan club's waiting for you.
Shut it, man.
Yeah. I was just...
Passing by. All right, I'm going. See you tomorrow.
So juvenile.
Eddie, how did the meeting go?
Great. Looks like there's real prospects.
Oh, good. Now, do come in. I've just been to the shop.
Talking to Isabel Blair, then.
Mm-hmm. There are things you haven't been telling me. Never mind. It's good news about the job. I've got rather a nice bottle of malt whiskey that I keep for special occasions. Now, why don't we go in and pour ourselves a glass and drink to you, and to the future, and to a fresh start?
I've spent my whole life trying to be as good as any man, and now here I am, like some pathetic little schoolgirl being frightened by a few stupid letters.
Pathetic is the last thing I'd describe you as. It's perfectly understandable.
I hate being a victim.
Then change your circumstances.
How?
Well, stop being a sitting duck, for one thing. Get yourself out of the cottage and into the hotel for a few days.
Now, why didn't I think of that? You see, I'm not even thinking straight at the moment.
And charge it to the company.
No, that won't be necessary.
If it gets your mind back on the job, I'll see it as a worthwhile investment.
Thanks, Craig. I really appreciate this. Not just for the hotel, but listen. I'll get some things for the hotel.
Sam's moving into the Arden Craig for a few days. She's going through a bit of a rough patch because of these letters she's been getting. I think it would be helpful if we'd all try and be a bit more supportive.
Mm-hmm.
Fiona, we've got this accounts to discuss. I'll see you upstairs.
All right, I'll be up in a minute. Supportive.
Scandal isn't the word for it. And goodness only knows what Mrs. Mack's making of it all.
I know. The minister and the Sunday school teacher. The sort of thing you read about in the papers.
What's the sort of thing you read in the papers?
Never you mind. You're too young.
Parents. Good to have them. Mum's all right if Gordon stays for his tea. There's a film on the telly. Want to watch after?
If it's any bother, Mrs. McDonald.
No, don't you worry yourself. It's no bother. But you must phone Morrigan and let her know we are.
I'll do that. Thanks. You still doing your sketching, Mrs. Lackland?
Well, I'm still trying.
I thought they were great.
Oh, I'm very rusty. In fact, I could do with some lessons.
They've got evening classes at school. I'll get you a leaflet if you want.
Would you, Trish?
Mm-hmm. One condition.
What's that?
You tell me what it is. I'm too young to read in the papers.
Look, I won't keep you. I've got the boys in the car. Where is she?
She's out doing some last-minute shopping. I think I'm getting spinach flan for tea.
Is that a sign of disapproval?
I'm afraid so.
Nobody approves of us, do they?
We don't need their approval.
This has all happened so fast. I'm so confused. I've told Fiona and Isabel.
Yeah, I know. I've spoken to Isabel and she told me that Eddie hit you. Now, why didn't you tell me?
Look, I just didn't want to cause any more trouble. It was my fault. If I hadn't hurt him, he'd never have lashed out at me like that.
Don't blame yourself.
I feel so selfish.
Trying to be happy is being selfish?
Yes, it is when it causes somebody else pain.
Look, no matter what anyone else thinks, I can't believe that loving you is wrong.
Well, whatever she said, Eddie had no right to hit her. I mean, if I see him...
No, Alan, that would just make things worse.
I hope she's not jumping from the frying pan into the fire, that's all. There'll be a lot of wagging tongues over this, you know.
I know. I mean, Michael's a nice lad, but I just can't help feeling they're rushing into things.
Oh, well, that's certainly not something anyone could accuse you of.
Is that you having a wee dig at me?
Oh, Isabel, would I dare?
Now, if a thing is worth having, it is worth waiting for.
I couldn't agree more.
Seems strange to see her seat empty. Still, I suppose she has to eat between drinks.
Oh, Eric, she doesn't drink that much. Anyway, you know, she only comes to the bar for company. I think she's pretty lonely. Her sister's got this huge family, and I think she regrets not having any children.
You really were having a heart-to-heart with her, weren't you?
Hmm. Eric, you still want to have a baby, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, my baby.
Well, I wasn't thinking of having anybody else's.
Well, it would help if you showed it. I mean, you've been giving Sam Hagan a lot more attention than you give me. I hear she's booked in.
Yeah. But I told her I didn't want her to have my children. Happy?
I didn't mean that. I just mean, you know, if we are going to have a baby, it would help if, you know, occasionally we...
So that's what this is all about. Joe, we run a hotel. It's been a long, busy summer, and I am not Superman.
Oh, I know. No, I've been tired too, but it's not too late to call in some casual staff and have a night off.
Look, Joe, if you think I've got nothing better to do with my time than make babies, you're absolutely right.
Hello, in Britain, civil servants have been told to wear dark glasses, hats and sun cream. In Australia, they want all children stopped from playing outside between 11 and 3.
And all because of the hole in the ozone layer. How worried should we be? Also on the show, supermodel Marie Helbin's Wholesome Beauty Tips. That's all tomorrow, 10:40. See you then.
Keeping a family business alive can be murder.
It's for the good of the company. The company might foot spits for his good.
Evil men.
Oh, no.
Is that your brother, Mr. Bolton? Yes, that's him. You haven't been saying silly things, have you, Mummy? To the police?
Do you think he did it, Morse?
No.
Inspector Morse investigates a triple murder tonight at 8 on ITV.
Now, the latest ITN news headlines.
Good afternoon. The general election will be on April the